Hello all, welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time since I did my last video, so I thought I'll make this one. Apparently I have a very good case for this. A man in Australia, he got up in the morning and he found that 420,000 sterling pounds was transferred to his bank account, which is roughly around 4.26 crores. Yeah, that was transferred to his account and he was like, yay, party, right? So people who are new to my channel will not know what to do in these cases, but those who have been faithfully subscribed and they have been following my channel, they know exactly what to do in those cases. Well, let's jump to this case study now. So apparently this man, he woke up and his name is Abdul Gadia. He's 24-year-old, young guy, and he woke up in the morning and much to his surprise, he had 4.26 crore rupees in his bank account. And yes, I know, he reacted exactly the same way as anyone would. Lottery, right? Yay, let's go on a spending spree. Let's, have shopping. Let's have fine dine. Let's, indulge in luxurious things. And let's buy a lot of precious jewelry, gold bars and all those things. And he did exactly the same, right? As soon as he found that he had this money, he went on expensive salons. He went vacationing. He splurged, he indulged, he tasted finest things around in Australia which could buy, and he bought expensive clothes, branded clothes, and he even gifted precious gold jewelry to the loved ones. And then when some money was left, he invested that in some gold bars. Yeah. Apparently, just that he did not know that whatever he was doing was a crime. Yes, it's a serious crime to spend the money which has been accidentally transferred to you because it's a civil wrong, because that money doesn't belong to you. And you always have that fantasy, right? A fascination that what if one day I just get this much amount in my bank account? I'll do all the things which I wanted to do. Apparently, that's not a reality. Reality is that law does not permit you to spend the money which actually is of somebody else's, and this is a civil wrong, this is a tort, and it's a jailable offense, and it's in fact you have to return back the money along with the fine. So apparently that's what happened with this guy. He now has been jailed for 18 months for doing this because he splashed all the money which he found in his bank account on gold bars, designer clothes, expensive salon treatments, and indulging in every way what he can. Apparently this money was belonging to a couple. They are an Instagram nutritionist couple. Their name is Tara Thorne and her husband Corey. They wanted to buy a small house for themselves in Sydney Northern Beaches, and much to their horror, they sent the amount to the wrong bank account. Okay, so that's the reason why they transferred this money to him, and he woke up and he found this huge sum of money and he decided to splurge. Meanwhile, the couple Corey and Thara Thorne, they both were researching what happened to the money, and which led them to this guy, Abdul Gadia, splurging on all the luxuries he can find, indulging himself with their hard-earned money, which they wanted to buy a house. And if he was following my channel, he would know exactly what to do in that case. And apparently now, sadly, he's now in jail, and I would really, though it is like, though I might be smiling, but really I'm not happy with these kind of things because it shows how much ignorance we have about our law, okay? So this is kind of don't assume that just because I'm smiling that I'm happy with these kind of things happening. I'm actually deeply troubled inside because awareness of our law is so less, especially all over the world. And I'm pretty sad that much more people don't know about these things, and these are not coming often, and many people are not making the effort to create the awareness among the people. And that's what I would like you to do. I know it's too much to ask, but if you have stumbled upon my channel, look, I don't promote my channel. Nobody knows that my channel exists. But if you think that a person has to be aware of our common laws, then please do share the videos and spread awareness. Or you can create your own videos and spread awareness. That's fine with me too. But just awareness is the key. This I felt very bad because he's a 24-year-old guy who doesn't know much anything about it, and he just found this huge sum of money lying in his bank account, and he just did not know. He thought he thought like somehow I ended up with this money. He just did not realize the horrors which were coming after it, because that money, as I told, there was another video which I have made in my channel, and if you've been following my channel, you know what video I'm talking about. If not, just go back to my channel and just find that video where I've talked in detail about what to do when somebody accidentally transfer the money to you and it ends up in your bank account, and what are the legal implications about it. I'll not go in detail because I've already explained very much thoroughly in that video. But I will also highlight another case which happened same, because when I was researching on this, I found another similar case. So same thing happened with somebody called her name is Holland, and she was a marketing executive in Louisville, Kentucky. Okay, she also had that moment where she immediately got this kind of like a huge sum of money, and she did not know what to do. And then just like how what happens in movies, she was like, oh my God, this I'm gonna spend, I'm gonna splurge, I'm gonna invest, I'm gonna grow myself. And that's what she did. And that also was something which did not end in a good way, because she also ended up in jail. Yes, that's right. This was in USA. And see, this is a very common scenario which happens because much of the countries who has democracy and who has the Contract Act has similar provisions in their laws. Much like for the horror of the Holland who actually spent that money, we have to understand that all these laws are stemming from a basic law principle which guides our democracy. Okay, so the basic principle is doctrine of unjust enrichment. That is the core crux of all these laws. Okay, what do you mean by doctrine of unjust enrichment? It means that no person should be benefited at the expense of the other. So that's the crux of the doctrine. I mean, I'm saying it in one line, but that doctrine is much more detailed, and it has all that. But since my channel is about keeping the law simplified, I'm just explaining to you in layman terms what it means. Doctrine of unjust enrichment means that you should not be benefited at my expense. Okay, so like for example, I am paying for your enjoyment. It should not be that. It's unjust. So that is that. The enrichment means like you are getting enriched by somebody else's expense. So that's the core crux of all these laws, which are very similar. The terms are much similar in most of the countries, especially those who are following democracy, that you should not, the one person should not start benefiting from the other person's misery. And this is exactly that, and it reflects through various laws. For example, we have contract acts, we have banking regulation acts depending on the countries in which you are living in. We also have financial exchanges acts, which all reflect this core principle, which is doctrine of unjust enrichment. And this is what we can see even in Australia. I'm pretty sure they have the same kind of laws. That's the reason why we are seeing this case. And the other case which I talked about is also which happened in Kentucky, which is in USA, and that there also they have these kind of laws, and both of them are practicing democracy just like India. And this is something which I feel that the awareness is very key for this, because if I'm pretty sure that that guy Abdul Ghadia, 24-year-old guy, if he was aware of this, he would not have done this. I'm pretty sure of that. Just like how you would not do it, because now you have become aware through this channel. So yes, these are the case studies, and I hope I like to add more value to you every day to enrich your knowledge about Indian legal system and even world legal system. If you really like this channel and the content what I'm doing, please hit like button and do share and subscribe, because awareness is the key. We don't want another Abdul Gadia, serving a sentence for a very, I would feel it's an innocent mistake. I mean, yeah, it is kind of, I won't say it was not, it is not good or anything. I don't want to go with the morality of it. But at that age, if you just imagine yourself, if you got that in your bank account, I mean, you would also do that. I mean, not much, maturity is there at that age, is what I feel. And, but legally, since he's above, he's not a minor, he's a major, he will be responsible for his acts, and that's the reason why he's ended up in the jail. I just wish that should not happen again. It should stop somewhere, and awareness is the key. Please do your part as I'm doing mine, and I'll see you again in my next video. Until then, bye.